Did you know that one of the most powerful and sacred objects in human history completely vanished from the face of the earth, and nobody knows where it is hidden today? According to ancient biblical history, the Ark of the Covenant was not just a wooden chest plated in pure gold. It was believed to carry the direct presence of the divine, possessing powers so immense that it could tear down fortress walls and clear paths through rivers. For centuries, this golden chest was safely kept inside Solomon's temple in Jerusalem. But in the year 587 BC, the mighty Babylonian army invaded the city, slaughtered the guards, and burnt the temple to the ground. When priests went back to search the ruins for the sacred treasure, it was completely gone. Some ancient accounts suggest it was smuggled away into secret underground tunnels beneath Jerusalem just before the invasion. Others whisper that it was taken across the sea to a remote, secret monastery in the mountains of Ethiopia, where a single guardian monk protects it with his life to this very day. Could the legendary Ark of the Covenant still be resting in a hidden chamber, waiting to be found? While the disappearance of the Ark of the Covenant during the Babylonian siege remains one of history's greatest unsolved puzzles, the mystery deepens even further when we examine the ancient clues left behind by the high priests of Jerusalem. According to historical records and ancient rabbinic texts, the temple priests knew months in advance that the Babylonian king, Nebuchadnezzar II, was marching toward Jerusalem with a massive army intent on destroying the holy city. Rather than allowing the most sacred treasure of their civilization to fall into the hands of foreign conquerors, a secret group of Levite priests devised a high-stakes, covert operation. Under the cover of pitch-black nights, while the citizens of Jerusalem slept, these priests reportedly navigated a labyrinth of underground tunnels carved deep into the limestone bedrock beneath the Temple Mount. Historical copper scrolls and ancient temple records hint that the Ark, along with other sacred golden artifacts, was stashed away in a hidden, sealed subterranean chamber. The entrance to this chamber was then meticulously concealed, camouflaged with natural rock formations, and sworn to absolute secrecy, a secret that was tragically lost forever when the invading soldiers executed the remaining priests. Fast forward centuries later, modern archaeologists and biblical historians have spent decades mapping the complex network of ancient tunnels beneath Jerusalem. In the 19th and 20th centuries, daring excavation teams funded by European institutions discovered long-forgotten subterranean vaults, water cisterns, and sealed stone doors that match the exact descriptions found in ancient historical scrolls. Yet, to this day, modern authorities and religious councils heavily restrict full-scale excavations in these sensitive zones, fueling endless conspiracy theories that something monumental is still waiting to be uncovered in the dark shadows beneath the city. However, not everyone believes the golden chest stayed in Jerusalem. An alternative and equally fascinating historical tradition points thousands of miles away to the Horn of Africa specifically, the remote and mountainous nation of Ethiopia. According to ancient Ethiopian historical chronicles, such as the Kebra Nagast, the Ark of the Covenant was secretly removed from Solomon's temple long before the Babylonian invasion. Legend states it was taken by Menelik I, the son of King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba, who traveled to Jerusalem as a young man and later returned to his homeland with the divine treasure. For centuries, the Ethiopian Orthodox Church has maintained an absolute, unbreakable claim that the authentic Ark of the Covenant is currently housed inside a heavily guarded, restricted sanctuary in the town of Axum, specifically within the Church of Mary of Zion. According to tradition, only one single individual, a specially chosen guardian monk, is ever permitted to set eyes upon the sacred object. This monk is sworn to lifelong seclusion, forbidden to leave the church grounds until his death, at which point a successor is chosen to take his place. Despite repeated requests from international historians, archaeologists, and journalists, successive guardians have steadfastly refused to open the doors or display the artifact to the outside world, keeping the legendary treasure shrouded in a veil of absolute mystery. Was the Ark of the Covenant successfully hidden away in the secret underground catacombs beneath Jerusalem, waiting for the right moment to be revealed to humanity? Or does it truly rest behind the heavy stone walls of a remote African monastery, shielded by ancient faith and vigilant guardians. The search for history's most powerful lost artifact continues to baffle researchers, proving that some secrets of the ancient world refuse to stay buried. While the claims pointing toward the hidden underground vaults of Jerusalem and the remote mountains of Ethiopia continue to divide historians, there is yet a third, deeply fascinating historical theory that takes us far away from both locations straight into the ancient deserts of the Middle East. According to several ancient texts, including certain apocryphal accounts and hidden manuscripts recovered near the Dead Sea, some biblical scholars argue that the Ark of the Covenant was never hidden in Jerusalem, nor was it ever taken to Africa. Instead, as the threat of the Babylonian invasion loomed closer, a group of dedicated prophets and temple scribes chose to protect the sacred chest by moving it to one of the most hostile and secure natural environments on Earth: the rugged wilderness and hidden caves surrounding the Dead Sea. Historical records from the region indicate that long before the formal establishment of monastic settlements, the ancient Judean desert was dotted with natural limestone caves, deep canyon crevices, and subterranean hideouts used by prophets, ascetics, and resistance fighters. These natural labyrinths provided an impenetrable fortress against invading armies. The scorching heat, treacherous cliffs, and maze-like geography made it nearly impossible for foreign soldiers to conduct thorough searches. Proponents of this theory point to the famous discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls in the mid-20th century, when ancient copper and parchment scrolls were recovered from the caves of Qumran. Researchers were astonished to find a peculiar document known as the Copper Scroll. Unlike all other biblical scrolls written on animal skin or papyrus, this unique text was engraved onto pure sheets of beaten copper. What made the Copper Scroll send shockwaves through the academic world was its distinct content. It was not a religious hymn or a historical narrative, but rather an ancient treasure map. The scroll meticulously listed dozens of hidden underground locations across the Judean wilderness, detailing precise quantities of gold, silver, and sacred temple vessels stashed away in underground caches to prevent them from falling into enemy hands. Among the mysterious entries listed on the Copper Scroll are references to massive underground chambers, sealed water cisterns, and hidden tunnels containing priceless religious artifacts. While the scroll explicitly points to various hidden treasures, the final entries hint at a monumental, ultimate sacred object one, whose exact location remains deliberately obscured through cryptic geographic markers and ancient riddles. Could the Ark of the Covenant be one of the hidden treasures recorded on the Copper Scroll, lying silently in a sealed cave deep beneath the arid desert sands, completely untouched by the passage of centuries? Adding fuel to this fiery debate are modern archaeological expeditions that have quietly surveyed these desert regions using advanced ground-penetrating radar and thermal imaging technology. Researchers have identified several unexplored underground cavities and walled-off cave systems that match the structural descriptions found in ancient texts. However, due to the extreme danger of the terrain, political instability, and strict government regulations protecting historical heritage sites, full excavation of these potential chambers has remained severely limited. Think about the sheer weight of history hanging in the balance. Across three entirely different continents and traditions: the subterranean bedrock of Jerusalem, the high-altitude sanctuary of Axum in Ethiopia, and the scorching desert caves of the Dead Sea, humanity is left chasing the shadow of history's most powerful lost artifact. Each location holds a piece of the puzzle, backed by ancient records, eyewitness testimonies, and physical anomalies that refuse to be ignored. Yet, the final truth remains locked away behind the iron curtains of time. Will the true resting place of the Ark of the Covenant ever be revealed to the world, or is it destined to remain an eternal mystery that transcends human time? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, share this incredible journey of history with your friends, and make sure to subscribe to History Beyond Time so you never miss the next deep dive into the unknown.